Season is over. Hope is done. Arsenal officially finished the season 5th place. Would you believe it? For all the people who thought Norwich were going to pull it off and we were going to win, well, they were right that we were going to win when we completely destroyed Everton, who had nothing to play for. They were already saved for relegation, so that made the game a lot easier. I had a feeling we were going to beat Everton. Now, Newcastle away and Tottenham away, I didn't really think we were going to come out with victories. Obviously, I was confident for the Tottenham game because that was before we capitulated, but we really know how to lose and then keep losing after. So I didn't really see us beating Newcastle away as well, and exactly what happened. And now we're officially 5th place, bottled it by 2 points. We could have won one of those 3 games. This is what pisses me off. It's fine that we lost against Newcastle away and Spurs away. I get it. Those are tough games. But the easy games, we just had to beat one of those. It was Southampton, Brighton, and Crystal Palace. And I think the one that was the most winnable was probably Southampton. Because Southampton played atrocious, got a goal, and then they didn't have to do anything else and won 1-0. And I think there was a sweat to Saka that he missed and other opportunities that were missed. It was just horrendous. It was a tough game to watch. And now that has cost us top 4. And then New Year's up 1-0. The referee on that one cost us top 4. Everton up 1-0. You get turned around 2-1. Cost top 4. Then you could say the Burnley draw and the Brighton draw at the beginning in the first half of the season cost us 2 if we get those 4 points instead of just 2 points out of those 2 games. But I think you can go back and check all these games. This is why every game matters. Because now there's a 2-point difference where one of our losses are turned into a win. We're in top 4. And I'm just looking at all these results. And it just pisses me off. It really does. That really pisses me off. But whatever. I think now that the season's over, it is time to evaluate Mikel Arteta. And for the people in the back that are screaming Arteta out, I want it now before the transfer window, you're absolutely brain dead. Jeez. It's no chance Mikel Arteta's getting sacked. There is some progress. We have to give that some credit there. That Arsenal, he comes in halfway through the season, finishes 8th, but wins the FA Cup. Cool. Then the following season, he finishes 8th place, get eliminated from Europa League in the semifinal, and no European football. All right. Then you get the next season, and this is like, all right, we're gonna back you, fight for top 4. Should have got top 4, but whatever. I think the goal was really to get back into Europe, and we're in Europe. We're in the Europa League, 5th place, and now this year is the all or nothing for Arteta. So that show that's called All or Nothing, no point. I think this next season will be the all or nothing. He has to get Champions League minimum. The only way I can see him not getting sacked is if he wins the FA Cup or Europa League. Well, Europa League gives us Champions League either way if we win it. But if he needs to finish top 4 or win the Europa League, and maybe the FA Cup with Europa League gets him saved. I'm not sure. I don't know how. I wouldn't care. I'd still want him sacked if he won the FA Cup and got 5th place and didn't win the Europa League. Then I'd be pretty mad. But if he wins the Europa League and we finish 6th, who cares? But we're going to see what Arteta's really made of. I'm pretty sure he's going to get backed. It's going to be a little bit more complicated to get world-class signings. I know we were linked with Gabriel Jesus, and it was going to be oh, we're really going to get him. We're going to get Champions League. He wants to play Champions League. We're going to get it. We're going to get all these signings. Not anymore. We have Europa League. We're going to get players that we have to overpay for and give them a big contract if they're going to be classed on the level of maybe a Darwin Nunez, even though there's no chance, but we would have to be the highest bidder in order to get a player of that type of quality. And it's not going to be because, we have Champions League football. That's not the case anymore. And I think us and United are going to be struggling on that. Because United, for example, they're trying to sign De Jong, but De Jong really wants Champions League football. So he's kind of being nah, I'll wait for another club. Now you're hearing PSG's linked to De Jong, and now it's like, now we got a team that can contend for a Champions, not only qualify, but they're gonna contend for one. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough next season though, because we're gonna see a new Man United with a proper manager, I believe, with Eric Ten Hag, and they're gonna improve. They're gonna be better. I don't think you can be worse than Man United was this year. This is literally like one of the worst seasons they've ever had, and I doubt they're gonna repeat it. I think Eric Ten Hag will improve the team, but we'll see if they get enough for top four, which as of right now, there's no signings or anything, but I don't think so. He's asking for time, so I think they're going to kind of finish in the same place and get players out, kind of like what Arsenal's doing, or already did. Because that's what a lot of people criticize Arteta for not finishing too high on the table. But the thing is, Arsenal really were getting out a lot of players. Like you can see, we were selling, loaning out players that we do not want, that we do not believe we have any use for. Even if people think they're quality, like let's say Aubameyang, just got rid of them. Guendouzi loan, Saliba loan. All these guys, Maitland-Niles out, all these players that don't really fit with Arteta doesn't want, we got rid of. And then like the old players that we don't really need, like Chambers, or he's not really old, but not good players that we just wanted out, like Chambers and Pablo Mari. These guys that are just not good enough, we got rid of them. And we bring in young players from the youth academy like Saka and Smith Rowe and all these guys, and then we sign players like Tomiyasu. It's a transition period, and you can't expect to be challenging for top four and transitioning. Like, this is a completely new squad. You're getting out players that have been there for years because they're not good enough, they're older, and you're bringing in young players. You're obviously not going to be competing with the likes of Chelsea, who are buying 100 million Lukaku. So that's what people don't understand on the whole Mikel Arteta thing, is that he was trying to change the culture and he was trying to rebuild the team, and that's why you're not doing that good, because you got completely new players that are young and inexperienced. But now that's why I'm saying they have the experience now. Now, next season is when you got to do something with it, and if he doesn't do something, then it's the sack. Do we give him the whole year? I think it all depends on the results. If Mikel Arteta is struggling in the Europa League and the Premier League, sack him immediately, because there's going to be a lot more games with the Europa League now. And Europa League even plays more games than the Champions League, because they have that little round of 64 kind of, because the third place teams from the Champions League go to the Europa League, and that makes it extra. They play extra games, so it's going to be a lot more games for Arteta. And I just want to say, if Arsenal, the goal that I see next season, I don't care about any of the signings, any of players selling, is Champions League football one way or another. I don't care if it's Europa League. I do not care if it's top four. We need that. If not, and we see that that goal is fading away, sack him immediately and bring in another manager. Though right now, there's not really much available. I think Pochettino's probably the best one. Also Zidane, but these are guys that are never going to even consider Arsenal, because Pochettino, because of Tottenham, and Zidane is just probably going to go to PSG or the French national team, one or the other. And we just got to wait and see. But if we really were to sack Arteta, the only manager right now, or not the only manager, but the manager that I have my eyes on is probably Diego Simeone, who'll probably never leave Atletico Madrid. But I would love to have that guy. But we'll see. He's like the highest paid manager. I doubt Arsenal will ever have the highest paid of anything. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and leave a comment down below. What do you think the goal is for Arsenal next season? And please make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm depressed and I want to fall off a cliff, because Arsenal, this is figuratively, by the way, but because Arsenal just doesn't get Champions League. And I hope we get it before they change Champions League and there's 36 teams and it's a league and not group stage anymore. So I hope we get it next year, because I want to see them at least one more time in the original Champions League format. But thank you guys for watching again.